Ready to dive into the world of school sports? From epic wins to game-changing plays, we've got it all. Catch the School Sports Podcast, telling tales, inspiring dreams, and promoting champions. Streaming every Friday. Don't miss out on USSSA TV. Ready to dive into the world of school sports? From epic wins to game-changing plays, we've got it all. Catch the School Sports Podcast, telling tales, inspiring dreams, and promoting champions. Streaming every Friday. Don't miss out on USSSA TV. Ready to dive into the world of school sports? From epic wins to game-changing plays, we've got it all. Catch the School Sports Podcast, telling tales, inspiring dreams, and promoting champions. Streaming every Friday. Don't miss out on USSSA TV. Ready to dive into the world of school sports? From epic wins to game-changing plays, we've got it all. Catch the School Sports Podcast, telling tales, inspiring dreams, and promoting champions. Streaming every Friday. Don't miss out on USSSA TV. Ready to dive into the world of school sports? From epic wins to game-changing plays, we've got it all. Catch the School Sports Podcast, telling tales, inspiring dreams, and promoting champions. Streaming every Friday. Don't miss out on USSSA TV. Ready to dive into the world of school sports? From epic wins to game-changing plays, we've got it all. Catch the School Sports Podcast, telling tales, inspiring dreams, and promoting champions. Streaming every Friday. Don't miss out on USSSA TV. Ready to dive into the world of school sports? From epic wins to game-changing plays, we've got it all. Catch the School Sports Podcast, telling tales, inspiring dreams, and promoting champions. Streaming every Friday. Don't miss out on USSSA TV. Ready to dive into the world of school sports? From epic wins to game-changing plays, we've got it all. Catch the School Sports Podcast, telling tales, inspiring dreams, and promoting champions. Streaming every Friday. Don't miss out on USSSA TV. Ready to dive into the world of school sports? From epic wins to game-changing plays, we've got it all. Catch the School Sports Podcast, telling tales, inspiring dreams, and promoting champions. Streaming every Friday. Don't miss out on USSSA TV. Ready to dive into the world of school sports? From epic wins to game-changing plays, we've got it all. Catch the School Sports Podcast, telling tales, inspiring dreams, and promoting champions. Streaming every Friday. Don't miss out on USSSA TV. Ready to dive into the world of school sports? From epic wins to game-changing plays, we've got it all. Catch the School Sports Podcast, telling tales, inspiring dreams, and promoting champions. Streaming every Friday. Don't miss out on USSSA TV. Ready to dive into the world of school sports? From epic wins to game-changing plays, we've got it all. Catch the School Sports Podcast, telling tales, inspiring dreams, and promoting champions. Streaming every Friday. Don't miss out on USSSA TV. Ready to dive into the world of school sports? From epic wins to game-changing plays, we've got it all. Catch the School Sports Podcast, telling tales, inspiring dreams, and promoting champions. Streaming every Friday. Don't miss out on USSSA TV. Ready to dive into the world of school sports? From epic wins to game-changing plays, we've got it all. Catch the School Sports Podcast, telling tales, inspiring dreams, and promoting champions. Streaming every Friday. Don't miss out on USSSA TV. Ready to dive into the world of school sports? From epic wins to game-changing plays, we've got it all. Catch the School Sports Podcast, telling tales, inspiring dreams, and promoting champions. Streaming every Friday. Don't miss out on USSSA TV. Ready to dive into the world of school sports? From epic wins to game-changing plays, we've got it all. Catch the School Sports Podcast, telling tales, inspiring dreams, and promoting champions. Streaming every Friday. Don't miss out on USSSA TV. Ready to dive into the world of school sports? From epic wins to game-changing plays, we've got it all. Catch the School Sports Podcast, telling tales, inspiring dreams, and promoting champions. Streaming every Friday. Don't miss out on USSSA TV. Ready to dive into the world of school sports? From epic wins to game-changing plays, we've got it all. Catch the School Sports Podcast, telling tales, inspiring dreams, and promoting champions. Streaming every Friday. Don't miss out on USSSA TV.
Check, 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 check. Sure.
Ready to dive into the world of school sports? From epic wins to game-changing plays, we've got it all. Catch the School Sports Podcast, telling tales, inspiring dreams, and promoting champions. Streaming every Friday. Don't miss out on USSSA TV. Ready to dive into the world of school sports? From epic wins to game-changing plays, we've got it all. Catch the School Sports Podcast, telling tales, inspiring dreams, and promoting champions. Streaming every Friday. Don't miss out on USSSA TV. Ready to dive into the world of school sports? From epic wins to game-changing plays, we've got it all. Catch the School Sports Podcast, telling tales, inspiring dreams, and promoting champions. Streaming every Friday. Don't miss out on USSSA TV.
Most powerful weapon which you can use to change the world once the legendary Nelson Mandela said, Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the School Sports Podcast, another edition of this year. A big discussion that will center about sport education and sports. That is when we come to the athletics side. My name is John Wycliffe Musinguzi, and with me today is Judah Twine. Welcome back.
Yeah, thank you so much, Wycliffe. I'm glad to be back on the School Sports Podcast. This is season 2 and the second episode. I wasn't able to make it for the first, but I'm glad we have a great team that can handle that.
Yeah. Glad to see you. Last saw you, that was last year. I'm right, I think, on
Yeah,
the
sure.
podcast. That's what I mean.
Yeah, sure.
But before we go far, you can say hi to the viewer and, of course, assure them that this is the birth of a new thing that is coming up starting with this month, and they can get confirmation from you, maybe.
Yeah, sure. Last year we had a very great journey. Being the first year of the School Sports Podcast, we were able to have a number of guests on it. But I think they can expect the best for this year because to take a slight twist, where we shall have many more programs coming live and also at different times being premiered on USSA TV. And it's great. They can actually look up to what is yet to come for this year.
Well, that is Judah Twine who returns on today's episode of the School Sports Podcast, and of course, a lot to discuss. But of course, as told you earlier, we are going to center or major our discussion today on how student athletes can balance both education and sports. But of course, away from that, we will be discussing the ongoing capacity building training course that is taking place in Chivoga,
Yes.
and then we'll be digging deep into the elite games, of course, looking at the teams that will be participating in this year's championship. But of course, before we go far, let's start with the capacity building. You can first give us a highlight or any update that is taking place in Chivoga.
Yeah, the capacity building is taking, of course, the USSSA has a number of roles, but the main one is competition. But we can't have competition without these capacity building trainings to empower our people to be able to handle such roles at the highest level, at the highest standards. And now this week, we've seen capacity building starting in Chivoga district, where we have our media officer, Joel Biakatonda, on ground to cover all this. He's been sending in updates. The training started on 26th January and will be coming to a close. That will be on 1st February. That is a full week of training, 30 participants involved in this, and they're being guided by instructor, Coach Fred Mugera. You know the guy,
Yeah, historical coach when it comes to Uganda netball team. He
Yeah,
has
sure.
coached the She Cranes for over years. And I think they're in the right hands.
Yeah, sure. And he's handled a number of capacity building trainings. In his own words, actually, he said they have very few coaches in Uganda, and it is very important to have these trainings extended to other districts. Last year, I remember I was with him in Kapchora at Sebei College, Tigres. And now looking at him at high standard SS Chiboga, it's a plus. And having these 30 people coming to train their kids in schools, some are coaches, some are students of these primary teachers and also secondary school teachers. I think it's an encouraging start for the year, especially as we already had a capacity building the previous week in Kumi,
yes,
in
in
Kumi
Kumi.
district, yes, and we have another one coming up in Palisa. Is it Palisa? I think yeah, it's Palisa in the coming week, where we shall be having capacity building training. Obviously, they are taken through theory classes and also
The practical
practical, yes, usually in the afternoons, getting to know what you'll be handling. And it's a very encouraging start for us. We've had a number of times from the AGM, from the pressers, and also the newsletters we put out that any district that wants to have this training for their people, it's just a number of 30 participants, confirmed registration, and then they can actually contact the CEO,
national-
yes, at the national head offices
the
for
CEO
this
or
training.
the capacity building department.
Yes. And I think it is very easy, and that is the same thing that people of Chiboga district have done. We've seen also this training done in a number of districts before, which means they are not the first people, or it is not coming out of the blue. And the association will be providing a number of things from kits to the instructor facilitating that, which becomes very much easier and also improves the standards in these districts, because this is elementary training or level 1, and then we have level 2 where they maybe will come to Kampala to find other people who have been trained in other districts, which is now people that show a lot of interest in that particular discipline.
Yeah, as the producer prepares to play for us some interview from Chiwoga, as we hear from those people how excited they are or how unsatisfied they are, but I don't think they are unsatisfied with
Yeah,
what
sure.
USSA is doing. You can give us, for starters, maybe there is someone who is watching the School Sports Podcast for the first time. At least you can highlight some, like in just 30 seconds, you can highlight for us the impact of USSA capacity building it has done to the competition side and the association itself.
Yes, capacity building, I want to say, first of all, someone joining us for the first time on the School Sports Podcast, it's very important to subscribe to the channel, USSA TV, because they will be receiving all these updates to know where or when the capacity building training is coming to your district, because soon it will be there and you wouldn't know if you don't follow these programs on USSA TV. And next is that they need to keep following us on our social media pages. Yes, on X, on formerly Twitter, Facebook, ussonline.com, and also
That's
the
the
website.
website, yes?
Yes, the website ussaonline.com, where we update the stories and everything current and also taking place in the near future. And I think at this point, we need the producer to show us.
To show us what's taking place in Chiwoga.
Yes.
I learned about skills which are applied in netball and the passes, then how do I coach the players that I need to use in the field.
I think by the end of this course, at least we will have more coaches that are joining the coaching family in the game of netball.
We thank USSA for the organization when they allowed us to organize this training, and we have it this way in our district. The outcome of this training, people are going to improve on their skills, the way they train learners, the way they do their work.
Satisfied the people of Chiwoga are, and they're excited for USSA to bring these courses to their area. Now we are leaving the country, going outside Uganda, and still we are in East Africa. That is the Federation of East Africa School Sports Association, FIASA. This year we'll be having another championship or another season of the East African Games. Of course, this is one of the biggest
I think the
school sports
24th
event.
edition.
Yeah, 24th edition.
Yeah.
And it will be taking place in Tanzania. And as we speak now, the FIASA leaders or the FIASA leadership, led by the president, Mr. Justice Mugisha, who happens to be the president of the Uganda Secondary School Sports Association, but in this case, he is there as the president of the Federation of East Africa School Sports Federation. They are currently taking on the inspections for this year's host. A championship we expect to emulate what happened in Kenya. When we are talking about the competition side, we wouldn't wish to see what happened in Kenya on the other side. I'm talking about the competition side, about the competition in schools, the expertise in officiation, and of course the hospitality or the hosting of these, the host, as how Kenya hosted us. Tanzania, a country that has already hosted this championship, I think one of the three countries, when we are talking about FIASA, we are talking about 11 countries, but Tanzania could be one of those that have hosted this championship for over years.
Number of times. Yeah, sure.
So, as the inspections go on, what should we expect from Tanzania?
I think Tanzania, as we can see, it will be in Morogoro for this year's championship. It's very exciting. The last time they had it was 2019. I remember one memory I have from that year is Chibuli won the football boys.
Yes.
Yes. after.
And of course, that was the last edition before we went for COVID-19.
For COVID, yes. So it's been very long since they last hosted. A number of things have changed. We must account for that.
Yes.
In Uganda, we had 2 schools hosting this championship, and there were, of course, they had additional playgrounds in Bale.
And of course, it was the first time that Fiasa was being hosted by schools, or a
Yes.
school. So
Yes.
a lot of things have changed, as you said.
And
As
headed
Uganda
by
hosted-
Uganda, yes, they did massive work there. And then 2024 in Kenya,
2025.
Kakamega, 2025, yes, in Kakamega, Kenya, we had, obviously, all things cannot go well
Yes.
on a number of times, but key to how things happened was timekeeping. The stadiums were right there, not the very best, but yes, the standards, and they keep raising. Where we had the opening ceremony, things similar to what happened in 2024 in Uganda
And of
at a
course,
stadium.
another closing ceremony, another opening ceremony in Rwanda. Yes, at the Huye's main stadium, another top facility that side. So
Yes, and now this time it's happening not in a familiar place.
Yes.
This place particularly hasn't hosted this championship. As the other countries have done, they try to rotate it because of a number of reasons. You develop that area too to be able to handle these hosts. The level of competition has risen, of course. We must acknowledge that. I think the
because
level of competition.
when we talk about competition, I run to the one of the common disciplines, that is football. Looking at 2023, where Uganda had all the 4 semi-finalists,
Yes.
where the championship had all the 4 semi-finalists coming from Uganda, Chibuli, Chitovu,
Yes.
Chitenda, and it was Amos College.
Yes.
Then coming into 2024, Uganda had, was it 3? Yes,
Yeah.
it was 3.
Amos Chitende in the finals, Bukedia
and
Comprehensive.
Comprehensive. Then when you come to the most
I think they
previous
played
championship,
Musingu in the
yes.
semi-finals.
And then when you're coming to
Chitende.
the most previous championship, that's how things totally changed.
Yeah,
Uganda only had one team in the semi-finals.
Yes, so it's as tight as possible. Though I think Uganda had taken it for granted for this particular championship, and now also in handball, the Kenyans came so hard. Kenyans came so hard also in table tennis. No, not table tennis. It was badminton. They had very good players in that hall at the university. They were very special in badminton. So which means now winning the overall might also see a twist in. Do we include the primary medals for the overall, or are we considering
But
only the secondary?
for me, this is a very simple logic, as you always say. The director mostly commonly uses the word basic. This is a basic. The moment it is called Federation of East Africa School Sports Association, neglecting the other S that it had, secondary, that means this time all the games are included.
I had 13 medals in primary. You have 14.
So, okay.
So,
To take away that statement, okay, someone quoting me poorly that's saying that Kenya was right. I think if it was agreed before that these primary medals won't be included, then
which I think wasn't agreed upon before, because we were all hands in the air when the moment the announcer said, and the winner for the overall trophy is, we're very disappointed seeing the trophy going in the opposite hands.
okay, now Judy have highlighted for us how the competition side has changed and the facilities side. Now let's take a look into the home advantage. Previously, Rwanda hosting, it gave them a chance to bag some medals. Then we came to Uganda, the same issue. Now Kenya winning the overall title, losing the overall title in the last minute. How has the home advantage impacted or affected the championship or anyone coming out to win this title? How is the home advantage affecting the winning process?
Yeah, I think this requires me to go very hard and bare knuckle on the issue, but home advantage literally shouldn't be on officiating or minimizing or compromising
Yes.
officiating standards.
Yes.
And home advantage would usually mean these players are more
used to
familiar
the
to
atmosphere.
the environment,
Yes.
to the playing surface. They know the technicalities of every playground. the distance required, the heat.
Yes.
This is all in home. That's why
The
teams.
fans, the support.
Yes, and the support, by the way, it's a very great factor in sport. When you're being moral boosted by your own in the crowd, you usually put up performances. For example, at the weekend, a certain team beating table leaders. You understand that?
But then
because of
because of
just moral boosting and thinking they
From-
were top of the log there.
okay, let's
Yes.
stick to this discussion. Okay, we'll go back to East Africa.
Yes, I'm saying in East Africa, as a home team, especially in Uganda, while we were in Bukedia, you'd see that the two teams that reached the final, I will take football, Bukedia, rather Amus College and Semeris Chitende, Amus playing on home turf. It was always going to be a 70-60 or a 60-40 for the away side, which means not because of the officiating,
Yes.
not because of any external factors, but mainly because of it was
The environment,
it was a
the
tough.
support.
Yes, these players play a lot on this stuff. It was the support of the player, of the community. They were always going to get the home support, which boosts them to perform and put in a game of their lives that day. Which means for East Africa, Uganda broke that jinx there and has always done that. We look at Rwanda, we've won the previous 5 or 4 editions. So it means the home advantage hasn't been played so much because Uganda has gone against these odds. But this year in Tanzania, I think it's going to be a different story. Teams are continuously targeting who the defending champion is. And of course, right now it is Uganda.
Okay, one more last question before we go for the break. What do you expect from Tanzania?
Tanzania, from the media officers I spoke to last time, we had a symposium at one of the hotels, skipped my mind, but they promised all the best in terms of playing fields, in terms of food, better than Kenya. I wasn't familiar with their game, the Kenyans having chapati and ugali
I'm
plus.
still wondering if I had spent the 10 days in Kenya. Because I can't imagine that only the 2 days I spent that side, I felt like I was far away from home.
Yeah, sure. It compromises the digestive system. I think we weren't familiar with their game in terms of feeding, but Tanzanians promised that there is actually a variety of.
There may be people, that they have a
Yes.
statement they use. They only learned that
Ugali.
game. They learned any game as long as it's eating.
Yeah.
They learned it. So you don't
The
know
man-
how
the
it
man
went
from
down
Burundi.
that side.
The man from Burundi was on top of his game, although he was affected.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you very much for moving with us from at 6 p.m. when we started this podcast. And we are going for a very short break. And when we return, we dig more into the elite games that will be coming up from 26th to 1st March this year.
Sure.
Ready to dive into the world of sports? From epic wins to game-changing plays, we've got it all. Catch the School Sports Podcast, telling tales, inspiring dreams, and promoting champions. Streaming every Friday. Don't miss out on USSSA TV. Ready to dive into the world of sports? From epic wins to game-changing plays, we've got it all. Catch the School Sports Podcast, telling tales, inspiring dreams, and promoting champions. Streaming every Friday. Don't miss out on USSSA TV. Ready to dive into the world of sports? From epic wins to game-changing plays, we've got it all. Catch the School Sports Podcast, telling tales, inspiring dreams, and promoting champions. Streaming every Friday. Don't miss out on USSSA TV. Ready to dive into the world of sports? From epic wins to game-changing plays, we've got it all. Catch the School Sports Podcast, telling tales, inspiring dreams, and promoting champions. Streaming every Friday. Don't miss out on USSSA TV. Ready to dive into the world of school sports? From epic wins to game-changing plays, we've got it all. Catch the School Sports Podcast, telling tales, inspiring dreams, and promoting champions. Streaming every Friday. Don't miss out on USSSA TV. Ready to dive into the world of school sports? From epic wins to game-changing plays, we've got it all. Catch the School Sports Podcast, telling tales, inspiring dreams, and promoting champions. Streaming every Friday. Don't miss out on USSSA TV. Ready to dive into the world of school sports? From epic wins to game-changing plays, we've got it all. Catch the School Sports Podcast, telling tales, inspiring dreams, and promoting champions. Streaming every Friday. Don't miss out on USSSA TV. Ready to dive into the world of school sports? From epic wins to game-changing plays, we've got it all. Catch the School Sports Podcast, telling tales, inspiring dreams, and promoting champions. Streaming every Friday. Don't miss out on USSSA TV. Ready to dive into the world of school sports? From epic wins to game-changing plays, we've got it all. Catch the School Sports Podcast, telling tales, inspiring dreams, and promoting champions. Streaming every Friday. Don't miss out on USSSA TV. Ready to dive into the world of school sports? From epic wins to game-changing plays, we've got it all. Catch the School Sports Podcast, telling tales, inspiring dreams, and promoting champions. Streaming every Friday. Don't miss out on USSSA TV. Ready to dive into the world of school sports? From epic wins to game-changing plays, we've got it all. Catch the School Sports Podcast, telling tales, inspiring dreams, and promoting champions. Streaming every Friday. Don't miss out on USSSA TV. Ready to dive into the world of school sports? From epic wins to game-changing plays, we've got it all. Catch the School Sports Podcast.
Welcome back from that short break. And of course, as we promised you, we are still bringing you more about school sports. Now, do they want to turn the focus to the USSA Elite Games that will be taking place from 26th up to 1st March this year. And of course, these games were supposed to kick off on 13th, but of course, they were postponed due to the change in the ministry calendar of the reopening of first term of this year. And of course, we discussed that with Shivan last week. And now, my focus with you, we put it to the teams or the schools that qualified for this year's championship. But of course, this being the championship that sets space for others.
Yeah.
What does it mean to the schools that will be participating in?
First of all, the Elite Games 7th edition, we've had 6 editions already. So every school that's coming to participate in this knows this is the time to look at what you've recruited. You might think you've recruited a top player, yet he has a guide level of talent. So it's very important to play them in this particular championship. And we've seen schools that usually perform very well in this. They go ahead and perform very well throughout the year. Taking an example in football itself, or you could look, football, girls, St. Noah won this particular championship last February in PG, and then
and of course,
they went on
Kenya
to
Comprehensive putting up a very good performance, then coming
that
to national
championship.
taking the bronze medal.
Though I think Kawempe was beaten 3-0 in the final, which is something that usually doesn't happen, but that is how much schools take serious this particular championship.
And of course, it gives you time to also prepare because the Kawempe that lost
Yeah,
this
yeah.
side 3-0,
It came
it
back
came
and
on the nationals. I think, was it third?
yeah, they were beaten in the semi-final in penalties by
Yes,
Amos College.
yes.
It was a very scintillating semi-final with they had an advantage of 3
Penalties.
penalties.
By
Yes, the following
Nabo.
shooters lost.
It was Nabo sign goal.
Yes, Hyra. Yes, she
Very
captured.
talented goalkeeper, and of course, we expect a lot from her.
Yeah, sure. She captured the first 3 penalties. They needed only to score.
Just imagine
They
the
failed
disappointment.
up to the final penalty where Amos made a comeback in penalty shootout. And for this year, the Elite Games, we've had a number of schools, by the way, asking to be invited for this championship. But remember, these are top 8 schools. So it means if you are number 30, I was speaking to the competitions director and he said we are considering up to the 29th before coming to you.
Yes.
So if you're maybe Kololo SS finishing 31st and then they've
In which
considered
discipline?
Kololo.
Places.
Dulu. We don't have Kololo yet, but maybe they will come this year. But they were a strong team.
We have 2 OBs
Two-
in this building, and they are all complaining.
Yeah, we have 2 OBs from Kololo, and they can't trace their school team from last year, so it's
Okay.
quite disappointing.
Dude, to cut you short, because we still have more to discuss, and of course, at exactly 6:40, we'll be coming with David Elton
Mwidu, yes, sir.
a former Royal Giants goalkeeper, and of course, currently at Uganda Christian University, very good and talented goalkeeper.
Yeah, sure.
Will be joining us to discuss our main topic of today's podcast, balancing education with sports. But now let's go through the teams, and of course, you only have one task. The two sides you will back up coming into this championship. And now starting with the netball, I think we have to go discipline by discipline
Yes.
over 7 disciplines. There are 8. Yeah, 8 disciplines will be taking place in this championship.
Okay.
And of course, now let's start with I want to start with
Let's
netball.
start with what
one
is
of
at
the
top.
yeah, let's start with netball.
Okay.
We have Budo Secondary School. We have St. Mary's Boarding School, Chitende. Hamdan Islamic Secondary School. St. Noah Girls Secondary School. St. Josephine Bakita. Madina Islamic Secondary School. Namagabi Secondary School, and Blessed Sacrament Chimanya.
I'm looking at Budo SS and St. Mary's Chitende. You can't put where St. Mary's Chitende. That battle will be very interesting in this championship. Budo national champions,
Yes.
Chitende Fiasa champions. Very interesting there.
Okay, now let's go to rugby. Rugby sevens, we have St. Mary's College Chisubi. We have Mbara High School. We have Makerere College School.
Are
We
those rugby 15s, rugby 7s?
Rugby sevens boys.
Boys,
Yes.
oh.
We have St. Mary's College Chisubi. We have Mbara High School. We have Makerere College School, London College Maya, Chijabwemi Secondary School, Kira College Butiki, Kitgum Comprehensive School, and Masaka Secondary School. Oh, Masaka is coming into rugby.
Yeah, sure. And they've had a change in leadership.
leadership?
Yes. I think Chira College Butiki and look, I'm looking for Ginger. Can't see Ginger in the rugby sevens. Chisubi, St.
Yeah,
Mary's
going for
College.
smack. Okay, now going to, I would wish we go for the rugby and we finish it.
It's top of your list.
Yeah, rugby 7 girls. We have Nkoma Secondary School. We have Chitugum Comprehensive School, Chijabwemi Secondary School, Ginger Secondary School, your school. You have been looking for it, but it's here in girls.
Which
Then Ginger Secondary School in rugby. You have been looking for it.
Yeah.
Then this is PMM Girls Secondary School, St. John Secondary School, Wakitaka, Rubongi Ame Secondary School, Rubongi Ame Secondary School, and then St. Catherine Girls School.
Yeah, I don't know why you've called it my school. I just appreciate the champions. They were
Yeah.
champions, but
I know. We just appreciate the champions.
okay, I would only take Ginger SS because of and Nkoma. They were brilliant last year.
Now, let's go to volleyball boys. Namgongo Secondary School, Bukedia Comprehensive School, Standard High School, Zana, St. Jerome.
Oh,
Ndami
yeah.
Secondary
Standard High School, Zana.
Jude, I'm still reading schools. We have more 5.
I thought you're done.
No,
Okay.
not yet. St. Jerome Ndama Secondary School, St. Kagwa Bushenyi High School, Mbara High School, St. Benedict Secondary School, and Amus College.
The battle between Bukedia and Stahiza Standard High School Zana is one that is going to keep going on and on, but also
But of course, there is another battle of Namugongo,
Namugongo.
Vocation, and then Standard High, because these two come from the same zone.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
then
yeah, sure.
the other battle of Bukedia Comprehensive and
And
Amus College.
It's going to be another one to watch, but also St. Jerome Ndama SS. It was brilliant, but my pick will be Bukedia and Stahiza.
Okay, I will pick Namugongo Secondary School and of course Bukedia Comprehensive School. Now let's head to handball girls. Chibuli Secondary School, Gombe Secondary School, Mbogomik Secondary School, Kawanda Secondary School. Oh, the first four already
Wait,
hot
am
schools.
I in a different? Which
Yeah,
one is
handball
that?
girls.
Handball girls. You didn't
Yes.
read the girls for volleyball?
The girls for volleyball.
Just above the boys volleyball, which has Bukedia Comprehensive School, St.
Yes.
Elizabeth Girls School, Amos College School, Katikamo SDA Secondary School, Mariam High School, Tororo Girls School, Nabisunsa Girls, and Chinawa High School, which I think Bukedia again, Amos College, and TGS, Tororo Girls School, they are going to be teams that vie for that top spot here.
Okay, I was still reading the handball girls. We have Chibuli Secondary School, Gombe Secondary School, Mbogomix Secondary School, Kawanda Secondary School, Bombo Ame Secondary School, Wampe Wontake Secondary School, Iganga Secondary School, and of course Mary Hill High School.
That is in the girls.
Yes.
One thing you can't, one school you can't underlook in this particular category is Wampe Ontake
Yes.
and also Bombo Ame. Although I've not followed the girls for Bombo Ame very well in the past editions, although I know the boys what they can put up. And
I'm looking forward to a very hot competition in this girls handball because seeing schools Chibuli, Gombe, Mbogomix, Kawanda Secondary School, this is their discipline. They
Gombe
focus
Wampe
on-
Ontake.
You have dropped Chibuli in this.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, heading to handball boys, you have Wampe Wontake Secondary School, Bombo Ame Secondary School, Mbogomix Secondary School, Lubiri Secondary School, Kakungulu Memorial School, Kawanda Secondary School, and Intare School.
Yes. For the boys, Bombo Ame, they had a stellar championship last year in boys handball, and I'm only picking Bombo Ame to take it up to the final.
Okay, now let's head to basketball girls. I don't know which category is this when we go to basketball. We have,
Basketball 3x3.
basketball 3x3. We have Amus College School, that is boys. Amus College School, Buddo Secondary School, St. Spirian Chabakade, Nyakasura School, Seroma Christian High School, Holy Cross Lakeview Secondary School, Mengo Secondary School, and of course, Teso College Alouette.
Yeah, in the boys basketball 3x3, Amos College has performed very well, Nyakasura School too, and also Teso College Alouette, which I think you could bank on those.
You also have Buddo Secondary School.
You can't underlook Seroma Christian. They're
Yes.
doing a lot. Being hosts for this year's
Yes, and
ball
Ball
games
Games
one, it's going to be very tricky there. I think there's a lot of competition in the boys.
Now, we are done with the basketball 3-on-3 boys. Now, let's head to girls. St. Noah Girls, St. Mary's Secondary School, Chitende, Buddo Secondary School, Seroma Christian School, Muvara Secondary School, Nabisusa Girls, Ndeje Secondary School, and Amos College.
Yeah, in the girls, St. Noah and Chitende, they have a battle there to settle. From, I think every time they get an opportunity to meet, they use it to the maximum. And this is
prove
another,
who-
yeah,
Who owns Wakiso?
yeah, sure. This is another opportunity for them in Bombo to see who owns Wakiso in Bombo.
Okay, now let's go to basketball 5-on-5. We have Amus College, that is boys. Amus College School, St. Spirian Chabakade, Chibuli Secondary School, Seta High School, A-Level Campus, Hope Secondary School, Seta High School, Mukono, Buddo Secondary School, and Seroma Christian School, Christian High School.
Hope SS. I know you're
Yeah.
surprised.
No, I'm not.
No, it's just because of the name. I'm backing them.
On Hope.
Being Hope SS, yes, Hope SS and Amos College and Seroma Christian in this category. Obviously, we are not saying these other schools are not up to the best, but from what we saw last year, some schools had young boys, and we expect them to have gained a lot of experience. They come with a lot of fire in their berries, and this year will be Amos College, Seroma Christian School, in my opinion.
Amos College and Seroma Christian High School. You have put away the hope.
And Hope SS in dim colors.
Okay, I like your hope. Now let's remove let's go with football, one of the top sport. And
Yeah, sure.
of course, I expect most of the people are waiting for this discipline. But of course,
I think it's only top on the eyes, but what is being produced is okay.
It's like for the other team. Okay, Budo Secondary School, the defending champions
Yes.
of the National Boys Football Championship. St. Mary's Boarding School Chitende, the runners-up. Bukedia Comprehensive School, Menda
Fiesta
Secondary
champions.
School.
Menta
We can't
ranked
forget
number 4
that.
nationally.
Yes. Then Chadondo Secondary
SS
School,
number 6.
Uganda Matters High School, Lubaga. How?
Actually, Chadondo is number 6. Uganda
Yes.
Matters. No. Chadondo is number 5.
Yes.
Uganda Matters is number 6
How is-
nationally.
How?
No, these are the top 8 from last year.
Last year,
There's no fluke here. Yes.
top 8?
Yes. And
How
they're
did you
in,
sneak into this?
they're actually in order.
How did you sneak into this
Budo
category?
SS beat St. Mary's Chitende in the final, which makes St. Mary's Chitende second. Bokedia Comprehensive they didn't need to play a
The
third
third
place
place.
because of Jipra and
Now I can,
what happened.
No, I have got you. I know
Menta
how you sneaked
SS.
into this top 8 thing.
No,
No, I'm talking about Uganda Matters.
there's no sneaking
No,
here.
no. Because if I can recall very well, there was no Uganda Matters in the quarterfinals.
Budo SS beat Uganda Matters in the quarterfinals by 1-0 in the last minute of the game.
Oh, you had to defend that to the max
This is the
because
context.
I can't leave you to go with.
And Budo SS is the champion of the competition. You
So-
can see how strong
so
the
you
team.
lost to the champion.
It could go either way in this particular game. You see.
Okay.
Are you looking for another school? Number 9.
Yeah, we have number 7 here. Chibuli Secondary School and then Masaka Secondary School.
Yes. For me, for this particular championship, I don't know whoever wrote Uganda Matters here. Probably it was you. They had something against it. And Chibuli SS, Masaka SS, Chadondo SS, Menta SS, Bukedia, Semiris Tende Budo. You can't state just one school for this particular championship. Last year's winners are out of this, and also the finalists. I think they beat Amos College in the final last year. So both schools are not in this. And now we have Budo SS, national champions. St. Mary's Chitende has taken a lot of time without winning silverware at this stage. Bukedia Comprehensive Fiesta champions. They will want to show it wasn't a fluke in Kenya. And those are my top schools for this particular one.
Okay. Now let's go to.
I think
want to go to
it's
girls.
it's time to invite in Elton if he's ready. We need to check on.
Yeah.
Okay, we can.
Let's now go to football girls, and then we check on Elton if he's ready to discuss with us the main topic of today. And girls, I think we have the national champion. That is St. Noah girls. I'm looking for my updated list here for football girls.
I can't find it. Maybe an updated list for football girls. Director, you need to help us with this. But as we get
but
it,
I know there is St. Noah girls. We have Amos College. We have Boni Concili.
Yes.
We have Standard High School Zana because they lost in the quarterfinals. We have Kawempe Muslim, I think.
Uganda Matters.
Uganda
was
Matters.
part of that list too. We've got.
But of course, before we leave this show, we will have.
Yeah, we shall highlight these particular schools for girls football. We can't quite find the list, but I think it's obvious. Kawempe Muslim, Amos College national champions. No. They were runners-up. St. Noah, Uganda Matters, Boni Concili, Shema Girls, I think should be in there. I'm not so sure. Guru, Sacred Heart should be in there. Those are the common faces they've been at this stage for the past 3-4 years. So I think those are maybe.
Okay. Now, Jude, as we wait for Elton, now you can shed for us the picture how this year's championship in your own way, how you look onto the upcoming elite games in terms of hosting by Janan schools and everything about this year's championship in your perspective?
Yeah, last year, close to the end of last year, we had a number of inspections done for all the venues that will be hosting championships this year. But we can take note that Bombo looked very, very ready by that time, and I think they're very much ready this year. Is it Janan SS Bombo? I think that is the
Yes.
name, if I have it very correctly there. And I think this year, it's going to be another level of competition. We've seen there's no simple school in terms of competition, in terms of what they did last year. They all fought so hard to reach this stage, being considered top 8. You can see it easily in football. No school wanted to be left behind, except one school that finished 32nd, and there are very many places to reach 32nd. You know the school.
I don't know any, but I think,
Your school, okay.
oh,
Well,
I've started owning a school these days.
yeah,
I didn't know.
your 2026 resolutions.
Oh, that's
Yeah, but I think for competition, it's going to be another level this year. When you look at the schools that are, but I haven't seen the host part of the schools. Have we mentioned the host
no,
somewhere?
no, haven't.
I don't know why, but last year I remember PG had a slot in there. Did you have? I've been notified actually. We have the girls football graphic in here. Yeah, as we said, I think we missed out on Standard High School. Zana, how couldn't you remember that? Number 7, and then Nyabubare Secondary School. Haven't heard of this before, have you?
Nyabubare, yes.
Nyabubare SS, and then Uganda Matters High School Baga in 5th, Kawempe Muslim SS 4th, Boni Concili Girls Vocational. Actually, Boni Concili beat Kawempe Muslim in 3rd place playoff last year, which was quite, I think, surprising in a way. And then Amos College and Senoa Girls. I will maintain my stakes there. Senoa Girls will have to sweep this one again, and then maybe Kawempe Muslim and the rest will have to fight for a place in the finals. Though, actually, you need to look at the Kawempe, the Senoa side that is coming this year. It's a completely different Senoa side. Have you noticed that?
A different Kawempe.
Senoa side.
Yeah,
Because
because
of-
they have I think many exits
Yes.
coming into this year's championships. But of course,
Has
Saint
Imelda
Noah-
finished Form 6, I think?
Yes, she has.
Imelda,
Sumaya is still there.
she's done with Form 6.
Yes, I think there are
Kabene
many,
is
the likes
outside
of,
the country.
Lilian Nachiria.
Lydian
is still
Nachida.
there.
Lydian is still there?
Yeah,
Which class
Lilian
is she?
I think in her final year
Oh.
this time.
But I think they have major exits on that team, and I think it impacts largely how we view this Sen Noah team. They also lost their coach from last year, from the Nationals and also Fiasa. In the Nationals, they had Chintu Jime Mwera, and also at the Fiasa, they had Coach Kasozi, and they have a completely new setup now at Senoa, which means I could change my goalposts in this championship and hand it to Kawempe maybe.
Kawempe this
This-
time. But of course, I won't disagree with you because Kawempe is one team that has struggled for the past 2 years, not struggling because they are poor, but of course they had another team that has been coming up. So
Yeah.
they have been building something that I think is we are yet to see the results this year.
Yeah.
But of course, I've been notified that our guest is now on, and
Okay.
of course we'll have to talk to him. That is David Elton Mwidu. I've been notified that our guest, David Elton Mwidu, is now on. I think it's time we get to listen from him. Hey, David.
Producer, can you get
David.
David right on your screen?
Hello? Yes, we can hear you now. Good evening, David. I'm doing well, and of course, you are live on the School Sports Podcast. And this is John Wycliffe Musinguzi and Judah Twine having you on today's discussion. As we had earlier informed our viewer that we'll be discussing how students balance both education and sports. Now, our viewer outside there would like to know who is David?
Yes, Thank you so much. I'm grateful to God for this opportunity. Once again, as you have introduced me, my name is Mwidu David Mwidu. I'm at Uganda Coastal University, but also a goalkeeper. I play as a goalkeeper in the field of football. David Mwidu is a goalkeeper who is so passionate about God, a sports evangelist. I've served in different departments, in different capacities, and today I'm so happy to be here to discuss on how students balance academics and football. Thank you so much.
Now, thank you very much, David. And now, let's get to know who is David when it comes to education, because mostly today we are discussing about how students balance both education and sports. Where did David start his education from, and how far is him with with the education level? We understand that you are at Uganda Christian University, but of course there are many schools that you have passed through to be on this level. Yes, David? Okay, we are going to get David again, but of course I had
I think he's on, but can he hear us? David,
David.
can
Can you
you
hear
hear?
us? David, can you hear me? Okay. My question is that David is now at the Uganda Christian University, but of course we understand, or we know that you have gone through many education levels, that is primary, secondary, and of course nursery. But where have you passed those? Where is David coming from? We understand. I've watched your previous posts on TikTok and your other social media platforms. You are one of those people who I might call a proud Musoga. Where is the background of David Elton Mwidu?
Mwidu is a Musoga. I actually started my football life in a district called Kiganga. In the eastern region, I started in an academy. Before becoming a goalkeeper, I used to play midfield. I was a defensive midfielder, literally from 4 to 5, where I played as a midfielder.
Let me in
A school is called Nakabwe Commerce Academic School. So I played as a midfielder. I shifted to position 9. I played as a striker in my academy called Iganga Junior Academy, which is coached by Coach Bucha Abaito Amidu, who all-time coach, my very first coach in my life. In that transition, from being a striker goalkeeper, I became a foreign player and joined high school. That's I was at Tagi High School in Entebbe. That's where we had games, and I was not just so good to a number 9. So the opportunity came for me when we needed a goalkeeper at school and we didn't have one. The one we had was injured, so I got that opportunity to be a striker to a goalkeeper. So I changed my position from a striker to a goalkeeper when I became a goalkeeper. I played for Tagi High School. One of those days when being at Masaka, I played as a goalkeeper. Since from that time, I became a goalkeeper. I went on training. I went on school of goalkeeping till when I went back to Uganda and joined a school called Uganda Parents. So around that time, when I was at Uganda Parents, Coca-Cola games that were hosted in Jinja. By then, the USSA had not yet come, so we were playing under Coca-Cola. So I played those games that were in Jinja at bigger campaigns. That's when I got the opportunity very very young at high school, and of course when I did very young high school, those are the days when I started playing in Red Star under 17, the junior team. And from that time, things went on changing. I got the opportunity to coach me the Frank. He coached me for some good time. He told me very many things. That's when COVID came. Of course, when COVID came, I had to first go back to the village. When I was in the village for like 6 months, since many things were not moving, so coach would have picked me from and brought me back to Kampala. That's where my journey started growing. When I came back to Kampala, uh, because when I started getting into church, I started to know about prayer. So my life was transformed in that manner. So after a couple of months, of course, COVID went and we went back to school. Basically, I was able to be part of that team that we went to Aroa, the very first edition of USSSA. Played in Aroa. I was part of that team in Your Giant, where we were knocked out during the knockout 16 by the Congo Kings in penalties. It was so unfortunate. We had a strong game, but we didn't make it to the finals and to East Africa. But from there, I went back, of course, I had to see from my senior six. After that, I joined a regional league club called Lucas FC, which we promoted, me and my other colleagues, to university, where I am current right now. I joined Uganda State University. I did a diploma in information technology. I graduated. Now I'm pursuing a bachelor in journalism and mass communication. I'm in my first year, first semester, but currently doing internship. So that's how my journey has transitioned from that's how my education journey has transitioned from where I started at our primary school to where I am right now. Very grateful to God because all this came in a way that I've been on scholarship. My parents have not paid me a lot of money for me to study, but rather the soccer I play, the position I play as a goalkeeper, has been able to study for free. That's what I can talk about my education background.
Elton, hello there. This is Judah Twin in studio. Nice seeing you and on the school sports podcast. I don't know if you can hear me. Yes. My first question would be actually, it's not a question. I'd like you to tell us what are some of your achievements as a football player.
When I gave my life to Christ, I received the very first achievement. But on top of that, I won various trophies when I was still in high school. Won very many things. But most of the thing that I'm proud of is the moment when I joined Tungasa's football club that was in the regional league, Uganda, and I was part of that team that promoted the team to big league, where it's playing right now. And also, I joined after Tungasas. I had to go to Katida, a football club. Most of the people knew Katida being the mother of Kampala region. So my very first season at Katida, I came with an ambition and a mission to making sure that this team also should be promoted to Big League. And that very first season, the team was promoted to Big League. I was the best goalkeeper for Kampala region that season. And on top of that, I played this Masada tournament where my very first season I was a goalkeeper. Was my very first time to qualify out of the group stages. Champion, we played that in the finals, and it was the very first time I was one topic with history in one students that were courses in economy, and I was so happy and I thank God because during this tournament I was one of the key players that made sure that we didn't lose hope by saving a couple of penalties. But on top of that, some of my successes are not just always because sports brought me to academics. I was able to sit with my senior seats at Oregon and I passed. That's credit for me. I've graduated with a diploma. That's also a success for me on my side.
Yeah, sure. Eric, those are a number of successes I can say along the way. But as someone that's been in the same situation, as an athlete, sometimes there's winning and also you lose a game. And then the following day, you've got a paper or lectures or lessons along the way. How do you handle that, especially after a loss or a win?
Most of the times I forget already losing but so the upcoming games for the UCU candidates, that's the university. Because after having a loss is that I just feel that all things are just running together for my good. It's not so beautiful and so one thing I've learned about losing is that losing sometimes creates a way to make sure that you perform better. Just look up, you lost in a row against a weaker team when you have a problem, but that team as a great team, you lost that in soccer. Let's get Premier. I made sure that I win in class where I had to perform and go to. Yeah, so basically about losing comes, but sometimes it's how you embrace it, it's how you take it in that shapes the days to come.
But you know, sometimes, especially after a loss, you have that fire in the belly and you're feeling it after a loss and you can't get it mentally, get up and go to class or take on the lessons. And also, while in high school, as footballers, you feel like a very special group. And then you have that privilege. How was that during your time at Royal Giant, especially? Elton? Yes. How, you know, after a loss, you can have that pressure inside you, and also even after a win, you're maybe very overjoyous, gets on your mind, and then at school, you may be looked at as a superstar. You have a number of privileges, especially at your time at Standard, at rather Royal Giant. So, how would you handle that? Being looked at as someone who is special because of the talent, yeah.
Thank you so much. Most of the times, those things happen in high school. We just give you look up. At Trojan High School, we used to have very many things that we used to do. But that's one thing I can tell you that used to blow my mind is that most of the times footballers, because a major most of us were footballers, so most of the times footballers were given a privilege to do most of the things at their own pace. You can even come back at campus and request for Akadante because you have won. But what comes with that is that pride. There's a time that we won. I remember we won we won that. So that very evening, we came back to school. I gave us that very night. And there are very many things that comes with winning in that same perspective. But how you treat this is depends on you as an individual. Most of the times, why I was not so much proud during my high school and most of my colleagues started giving me no this, there are only two things I always stayed at. One, I always made sure that I passed I could look at where I come from, because at a certain point I came from a family that was not well off. Look into the scripture and say, I want to do this, but how is my mother feeling? How will my mother feel of me if I've done something like this? So basically, I could look at those two things. I put them in the same name. If I don't fall into one of them, I could just let them apart. Yeah.
Okay. Now, Elton, of course, coming back to high school, of course, I know that situation. I've been with a student athletics, but of course, I don't know how it is at campus. But going back to high school, we have these teachers who have that bias about student athletics. I don't know why it is like that up to now when it comes to those student athletics. Teachers, sometimes they neglect them when it comes to studies. There is a way they treat them differently from these other students. Uh, did this affect you, or how is it taking you right from high school and up to now at campus? Those lecturers or teachers with bias about sports, how has been your relationship with them?
Thank you so much, John. This is so amazing, because to most of the athletes, we face this challenge. To most of us, this has been one of the challenges that has made most of the athletes not excel in the academics. But this is something so simple. We just learn how to deal with it. One, the first perspective, I will talk about the perspective of me as an athlete. As of high school, what I can assure you, as of high school, most of us in high school, we are like celebrities. Every girl is yearning for you. Everyone is yearning to be your friend. So there is that pride that comes with that. If you're in high school and most of the people, 70% of the school is for you. So sometimes these teachers get that bias that everyone is praising this boy, so I should fail him to show the world that he's nothing. So, so probably that comes with that. But to me, on my side, how I managed to go past this and how I managed to excel up to where I am right now is that I've always made sure that besides outside class, I have a personal relationship with a teacher. Since high school, I remember one of the teachers I loved so much in high school. He's called Mr. Kaziwe Dennis. He was my David teacher. This teacher of mine used to tell us the right way to go. But to most of my colleagues could not see the same as I used to see. Most of my colleagues could say that this one maybe wants to put us down. But when I put it into me, inside me, I embraced it on my heart. I was like, I came here purposely to study and also to play soccer. So when I understood this, I made sure that I established a personal relationship with a teacher. A teacher cannot fail you if you respect them. A teacher cannot fail you if you have that personal relationship beyond class, because this is the same trick I'm using at campus. I've not found any hardship. I didn't get any retake in my first diploma, and I've not gotten a retake. Reason I already established that personal relationship with her. Besides class, who is me to him, who is me to her, besides things, and there are something that really get it my lecturer, give me a because of the relationship that I've made, there are things that I learn direct from the teacher, some guidance, because we face very many challenges, most especially in high school. Most of the time, the reason being that sometimes we take ourselves too serious. Yes, so that means that all that relation you have between you and the teacher, between you and the lecturer, shapes your next life, because if that teacher today that's what I've done. Most of my students
Elton, can you hear me?
Yes.
Hey, Elton, you can hear me?
Yeah, he can hear you.
Okay, sorry for cutting you short, but of course we are already past the time for the today's episode. But of course we expect to have you another time. I think this will be physically, Jude. We'll be planning
sure.
for this edition, and we discuss more. But of course, in your parting shots or your last words to the viewer of USSA TV. Hey, Elton. Yeah, I've said that we'll get time and be with you physically. You narrate for us that journey from Iganga and now to Uganda Christian University Mukono, but of course also the sporting journey. Today has been short, but we expect to have you and we discuss more about this. Now, in your final remarks to our viewer. Hey, Elton. Yeah, I can hear you now.
Yeah, I think there is a technicality we need to.
Yeah, I think there
close up.
is difficulty in some technical aspect of it. But of course, Jude, in your parting shots of this episode.
Yeah, it's been very good. We are continuing with season 2 of the School Sports Podcast. We shall be having subsequently every week, and also more shows coming live on USSSA TV. Make sure to subscribe. Make sure to subscribe on the YouTube channel for USSSA TV, and then follow all the results and also updates on our social media handles, USSSA on Twitter or for our X, Facebook, and also the website usssaonline.com. We're going to post and put up the schools that have confirmed, the top 8 schools that have confirmed to participate in the 7th edition of the Elite Games, which has 7 disciplines. And yeah, I think we can look up to the best next Friday when we turn up for the podcast.
Okay, Elton is now on air to give us your parting shots or your final remarks to the viewer.
Thank you so much, John. I would first appreciate USSA TV and the whole committee that has put in a hand to make sure that this one exists. So happy to be part of the school sports podcast today. And what I can say to my fellow athletes out there, most especially those young ones who are still in high school, what I can assure you is that things out here need to come out of high school and you're prepared. But one thing that can prepare you besides everything is that spiritual growth. If you center your life in Christ, there is the way you channel yourself to the right direction, because how can you be part of God's family and then you go away from Him? He makes sure He keeps His. To those who have joined us today, thank you so much for tuning in. And I'm very sure most of my people have tuned in. Godwin Frank, thank you so much for tuning in. And everyone out there who has tuned in, and to the team, USSA TV, John and Adrine, thank you so much for tuning in. I'm very glad to.
Okay, Elton, we'll be having you next time on this same TV, but of course that day we will be discussing more, and of course you narrate for us that beautiful journey. You have moved from Iganga up to Mukono. But now, before we leave, we want to first congratulate Jude. This is a very big appointment for these two, and
sure.
of course the two big men in the house. That is Mr. Ayub Khalifa Chienji. He has been appointed on the FUFA Academy Experts Panel. And of course, that is an EXCOM member at the Uganda Secondary School Sports Association.
I think you need to first mute the video.
Yeah, you're getting...
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Mr. Ayub Khalifa Chienji has also been appointed on the FUFA Academy Experts Panel. And of course, I was told you earlier, this is an EXCOM member at the Uganda Secondary School Sports Association. And of course, the competitions director, Mr. Emmanuel Kasacha, has also been appointed on this same panel. It is the panel that will be assessing the academies in Uganda. And of course, we know academies everywhere is supposed to be the foundation. It is the grassroots for these upcoming football players. So having these two on the FUFA panel is a plus for USS and of course the football community.
Yeah, sure. I think in terms of FUFA trying to bring Uganda's football landscape to the very best it can be and match up with the levels the other countries are at, I think it's a very encouraging sign. Looking at the FUFA Academy Experts panel, which has Ronnie Kalema,
As
who
the
is
chairman.
chairman, vice chairman Barente Ronald for Bull, Sentongo Abe Donaka is a member, but I usually think interact with him in Kampala zone for
Yes.
USSSA, so I think he also deserves a mention in that. Shafik Chigongo, Ayub Chiinji, and Kasacha Emmanuel, our competitions director, alongside Dr. Kairunji S. Otika Salma, who's the only lady on this panel. I think it's very good.
Yeah,
When
this
we look
is a
at
very quality panel that has been selected.
when we look at the countries that are doing very well in not just in football, they have their grassroots very strong. Germany went back to the roots before winning in 2014, and then after they had a massive decline, they went back to the academies, and now they are doing as good as they can today. Look at France with Claire Fontaine, a national academy. So it's very good right now when we have such encouraging developments in Uganda. This is just the start, I think. They are still registering and having Emma Kasacha on this panel. We know he's been around this sport for
years,
a very long time.
almost all his life.
Yeah, I think 3/3 of his life he's been doing this sports. So it's not only an appreciation of his work, but also it adds another pillar to what he can actually bring to the association in terms of abilities and also his efforts. Yeah, I think it's a massive one for the association, and also Ayub Chiinji, probably the best football football manager.
in Uganda.
I prefer to call him a
Yeah,
manager
he's a
because
manager now on his
he's
level.
done a lot of things, and in Uganda, probably he is the best when it comes to girls football or women football in the country. And yeah, you could see it's a very big step for not just the two gentlemen, but also the association in that regard.
Yeah, Jude had already given us his parting shots of this program. But of course, we want to commend the work done by the football development director, Mr. Bashir Mutiaba. He's doing a very good work, and since he joined this office, he got into this office, a lot has changed in terms of implementing.
I think it's not been so long. As FUFA,
I think it's just months ago.
Yeah, sure.
But of course, the FUFA master plan is really taking shape.
Yeah.
And of course, I want to thank you, everyone.
And also maybe there is a call for schools to register for
is it FUFA
football for Center for Excellence,
Yes.
something like that. Yeah, they need to check it on.
It is FUFA Schools of Excellence.
Yes, secondary schools.
Yes.
They're being called upon to register. I think it could also be a massive opportunity in terms of developing sport in this country.
Yes. And now I want to thank everyone who has been part of us since 6 p.m. We are sorry, it's already 17 minutes. And of course, we are late by 17 minutes. But of course, this is all made sure that we give you the best out of school sports. And of course, we return this next Friday with the School Sports Podcast. But of course, starting 1st February, and of course, going throughout this year, expect a lot coming from the Uganda Secondary School Sports Association TV. And of course, one word as usual, I say redefined. We are coming back bigger and better starting next month. I wish you a lovely night, and of course, see you the next time you see me.
Ready to dive into the world of school sports? From epic wins to game-changing plays, we've got it all. Catch the School Sports Podcast, telling tales, inspiring dreams, and promoting champions. Streaming every Friday. Don't miss out on USSSA TV. Ready to dive into the world of school sports? From epic wins to game-changing plays, we've got it all. Catch the School Sports Podcast, telling tales, inspiring dreams, and promoting champions. Streaming every Friday. Don't miss out on USSSA TV. Ready to dive into the world of school sports? From epic wins to game-changing plays, we've got it all. Catch the School Sports Podcast, telling tales, inspiring dreams, and promoting champions. Streaming every Friday. Don't miss out on USSSA TV.